Hey guys, David here. So the objective of this video originally was for me to go out and go chase some albies, but I knew with Hurricane Ira just making its way through down south and then pushing all those residuals up here that it might not do so well. So I did catch some green crab as a plan B, and I had some other rods set up with like small epoxies and that type of thing that I could also use for stripers. So in the beginning of the video, I just show you what I do to catch tautog as far as not having a fish finder and how to rig up for them and how to cut your green crab. So I hope it's useful. It's probably nothing you haven't seen before, but I hope it helps in some way. So I end up catching a couple tautog. I never fish for tautog on the Cape, but it's not different than anywhere else, I'd imagine. Just a different environment for me. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I caught sea bass, scup, stripers. The striper blitzes were endless. They were going on for hours and hours and hours, and then finally at one point I just sort of gave up on the tautog fishing. I kept one. That's all I really needed. I let a bunch of keeper females go that I didn't get a video of all of them, but just take my word for it. Yeah, felt like hundreds of stripers around me. It was for hours, and caught a couple nice ones. Nothing huge. I think the biggest one I got was like a 29 inch on an albie setup. So yeah, I hope you like this video. Enjoy.
Today I'm on the Cape. I'm looking for mainly albies, but I did bring a bunch of green crab that I did catch last night. I left my trap down there down at the end of my street for, I don't know, 8 hours. I actually got, this is about a gallon of crabs right here, and I have about another half or 3/4 of a gallon in my bucket behind me. So we're gonna see if we can't jig up some tautog over here. So the tautog, so I'm in Massachusetts, so they have to be 16 inches, and I can keep max of 3. So I think down in Rhode Island, I haven't looked because I haven't been tautog fishing down there. So Rhode Island, I think you could keep 1 fish over 21 and then 2 fish under, so a total of 3. But I may be wrong, but I haven't looked because I haven't been down there, like I said. So today, when I'm looking for the tautog, sorry I'm out of breath. I've been pedaling for 3/4 of a mile already. So so today when we're looking for a tautog, I am obviously not using a fish finder, and I totally understand that some of you guys out there in kayaks can't afford a fish finder or just flat out don't want one. So I'm gonna show you what I look for when I'm looking for tautog spots. So if you don't have a fish finder like I don't right now, so a couple different indicators of good spots for tautog. So you have these steep cliff faces over there. There's a house over there, and then it drops down maybe 25-30 feet at the edge of their yard. Same thing, actually it's steeper over here. So that indicates it probably drops down to deeper water, which is one thing you want to look for. Deep, big transitions in shoreline. And then obviously rocks sticking out of the water. It's not that hard to look for tautog. So tautog are sight feeders, and they obviously have a sense of smell. That's why people chum for them. So we're gonna wait for the sun to come up, hopefully a little bit more. It's supposed to be cloudy most of the day today, and we have a northerly wind. It's the height of the tide right now. I have fished over here before, one time before. I've never actually caught a tautog or fished for tautog in the Cape, so this is totally new to me. The last time I was over here, I did see a very sizable tautog. There was 20 inches plus the direction I'm headed right now. So I'm gonna go with my gut instinct, go over here, start over here first, jig around these rocks. It's only about 10 feet over here, but tons of car-sized boulders over there. I lost 2 albies over here on rocks, snagged up on rocks. So obviously a good spot. So let's see, rig-wise, again, keeping it simple. Sorry, let me just undo this bad boy right here. All right, so just using a lighter outfit. This is rated up, this rod's rated up to 2 ounces. It's 7 foot long. 20-pound test, you don't need anything crazy. Snap swivel. So I do the snap swivel because if you're actually trying to fish for tautog, more than likely you're going to get stuck. It's just the nature of the type of fishing you're doing. Then as far as leader, I just did 30-pound leader on there. It's about 3 feet long. Dropper loop, size 2 hook, 2-aught hook, because the crabs, for the most part, I caught were on the small side. So I don't want to overhook the bait and be able to hide the hook a little bit better in there, so it's not so obvious. But from what my past fishing experience with tautog, if they're chewing, they really don't care what's in the crab for a size of hook or what it's presented on rig wise. So got a surgeon's loop at the bottom, and then I made a video earlier in the spring. So I had the surgeon's loop on this 30-pound material and then 10-pound material right here. And this is between the leader itself and the sinker. So tautog, they're gonna dive right back into the rocks. That's their nature, their instinct. So I'm just using a 2-ounce sinker because I'm not fishing deep. If this does get snagged up on a rock, just this 10-pound test will snap and not your whole rig, hopefully. You want to keep your knot small and that type of thing. Try and clip your tag ends a little closer than I did, because any little bit helps to avoid a snag. And as far as hook distance from the bottom, so from the sinker itself, so that depends on the type of bottom you're fishing. I usually start out low. This is probably 8 inches off the bottom, 8 to 12. So just start out there. If that doesn't work or you're getting snagged too much, you can pull it up a little bit just to keep the hook from getting in the rocks. The sinker's fine. You're gonna lose some, but like I said, that's how it is. What else is there? I'm trying to think. I think that's pretty much it as far as how the rig is put together. Make sure you put together a bunch of rigs. I put together 5 of them. I mean, that's not even a bunch. Sometimes I lose more than that in a trip. Due to getting snagged, snapping them off, and then also just catching a bunch of tautog. They run on the rocks, like I said. So these things are gonna get scratched up, they're gonna get nasty, and you obviously wanna change them out. And then obviously make a ton of these little surgeon's loops for these sinkers. And then bring a bunch of sinkers. So as far as the amount of sinkers I bring usually 10 of each weight. So I'll bring 10 2-ounce, 10 3s. If it's really nice and flat out, I can get away with the 1-ounce if I'm fishing shallow. And I obviously bring some 3-ounce. So that's really it. Bring a nice pair of scissors. And I'm gonna show you how to cut these green crabs up. So getting your green crab cut up for tautog. So there's a couple different ways you can do it. So I'm just gonna cut up a couple. Sorry if you're squeamish, but you shouldn't be fishing if you're squeamish. So what I'll do is I'll start out with just cutting all the legs off. Just trim all the legs off. I just keep them in the bucket because I'll end up using these for chum. Trick with the front claws. So these are hard to snap off. So sometimes if you just do snap off cleanly, because you want to keep the knuckle right here intact. So give a little snip. And then their nervous system tells this little knuckle to disconnect, so that just pops off. It's nice and neat. So you can throw this on the hook as is. Just thread through this front knuckle and out the back. Try and get it through the bottom edge right here. So you can use it like this. This is good when the tautog are big or there's a ton of pest fish around like scup and that type of thing. But if you're okay with the scup nibbling away at it, or you need some more scent in the water, snip it in half. Oh, it's juicy. Yeah, that's it. And then if you want to get, if they're being really picky about eating the bait, or they're doing little nips and you're missing them, you could even quarter this if you want. But that's really it. Just keep it simple. They're just pretty simple fish, and if they're hungry they'll eat. They don't really care too much, but the size of the bait matters on your hookup rate. If the crabs were bigger, I would chuck on a 3-aught hook, but they're not, so I'm going to stick with this. So a lot of birds around. They're hovering. I don't know if you see that big giant, I don't know, what is that, a gull? Yeah, it's a gull. So I'm hoping the albies show up today. I got my albie rod on hot standby. So it's very shallow over here. So I don't expect a bite right away. I haven't figured out where the fish are, but we're gonna start out. See, I already got stuck already. Either got a pond of seaweed on there, yep. So stuff like this is gonna happen, but you just have to look for the fish. That's how it is. And this is actually a pretty light outfit for Tautog, but I actually started putting some of my fishing stuff away just because I got an obnoxious amount, and I don't really need it. I could get away with this, so it's fine. You don't need crazy strong stuff. You need something with just enough backbone to get the Tautog out of the rocks, and that's really it. So let's wait and see if we can't get a nibble or two, or maybe I have to cruise around a little bit before I start getting bites. And also the sun's not fully up. Oh, there was a bite. Uh-oh, there's a bite. Oh, I missed one. That was quick. So Tautog do these really long bites sometimes. Oh, they'll do tap tap, and then there'll be this long pull. Other times it'll be this little tiny tap tap, but when you get a bite from a sizable Tautog, you know it's a very hard thump. You cannot mistake it. So I already missed one, so that's a good sign. It's probably a smaller one, but I'm just sort of guessing right now. So if you don't have a fish finder, it's okay. Just, you gotta be prepared to fail, be prepared to learn, and be prepared to use a lot of bait and tackle. Might see if I have my bait still on there. Oh, it's still on there. So this bait's still good. If the meat were to start disappearing quickly, if you're trying to conserve bait, give it a squeeze, and then the good old juices will come out. As PDL is a game changer, because now I don't need an anchor and I could just sort of hover. So, all right, I know as soon as I turn off the camera, I'm gonna get a bite. That is how it works. Oh, something funny's happening. Was biting it. Was getting good thumps, and then he stopped. Oh, there's one. There's one. Get him out of those rocks. Ooh, that's a good one. Ooh, is that a chinner? Oh wow, he's choked that thing. Alright. Clear this hook. Oh, it's right there. Alright, need a... Oop, here it comes. Alright, let's see how big he is. I'm gonna keep a couple of these. Hopefully he doesn't flip this into the water. 17 on the dot. Good, there's one in the bag. Alright, I'm gonna bleed him out. I'm gonna throw him in the bucket. That's actually my first keeper Tautog in Buzzards Bay. That's cool. Might just keep him right there for a little bit. All right. Actually, this is a smaller crab, so I'm gonna keep most of it on there. He just sat there for a little bit. He wasn't really doing too much. Enjoying in the crabby juices. All right, so I picked a spot to line myself up so I remember where I was. So buoy, front door of that house, or back door of that house. Right about here. And I'm gonna go up a little bit because I'm obviously drifting. Oh, there's a bite, come on. Oh, it's a scup. It's a nice scup though. See, these are your little bait stealers right here. All right. Well, if the albies don't show up today, you know what? I'll still be happy. This is good stuff right here. It's a good way to wrap up the fishing season. So I usually fish for tautog into November, and that's pretty much it. And then what else do I got actually? There's more than that. I have smelt is going to be happening soon. Oh wow, that was a quick bite. Yeah, so we got smelt happening. Wow, that, ooh, oh boy. Smelt, whiting, we still have some other fish to catch, but smaller. As far as big fish, this is pretty much it. Well, that's, ooh, oh boy, there we go. Oh, no, it fell off. I don't know what happened there. He'll come back. They usually come back, so I'm not too worried. Oh my, that's the biggest scup, one of the biggest scup I've ever seen. Holy smokes. That is my, yeah, that's definitely my biggest scup I've ever caught. Let's measure this quick. Holy smokes. Wait till you see the size of this thing. It's nuts. Watch this, will fall in the water. Whoop, almost lost him. That's a nice one right there. And when a scup eats a crab, you know it's usually a good one. Oh, it's not huge actually. 15 and a half. And we're gonna keep him. Gonna make a bloody mess out of, ooh. It's got scup blood on my blueberry muffin. Ow. Ooh, that was a good bite. That was a good bite. Oh, ooh, all right. Oh, it's a sea bass. Little sea biscuit. Not keeping him though. I'm being lazy right now. I'm gonna chuck that back down. A lot of birds over here, so I don't know if they're staging up or they're getting ready to group up and fly down south. No clue. Ooh, ooh, all right, it's a better fish. Yeah, see, something's up in my reel. I don't know what that is. Better fish. Good little scrap. Just gonna cut a little chunk of him off. That's a better one. Oh, it's a sea bass. Another one. There's some nice sea bass over here today. Yeah, nice little sea bass. Oh, that's a nice one. Oh, that's a nice one. Let's see, is this female? Put this in here. Yeah, I moved a little bit closer. It's only like 3-4 feet over here, but as soon as I put it down, I got a tog. Woo! Yeah, nice little fish. Definitely a keeper, but we're gonna let her go. Yeah. Very sturdy little fish. Ooh, that's a better fish. Maybe, let's see. Oh my goodness, that's a big sea bass for this time of year. That's a nice one. Holy smokes. Good surprise. It's a nice little sea bass for this time of year. It's good, especially that shallow. Oh, see birds thinking about doing something over there. Some shenanigans going on over here. Oh. Ooh, oh, there's a bigger fish right there. Come on. Yeah, those are some decent ones in there. Look at that. You can see them. That's nuts. Oh. Ooh, there's some big ones over here though. I don't have any big lures with me though. It's the thing that's sort of stinks. Wow. Ooh, that's a nice one. Like a small keeper. Maybe not. Like a 25. Where are they jumping? That looks a little... Look at this. Look at that. Look at that, right behind me. Sheesh. There's one. Yeah, all stripers. I wish I had like my needlefish or something with me to weed out these smaller ones. Yeah, these are nice fish. pint-sized fish, they're good. Oop. I think that's a keeper, actually. Maybe. Oh wow, yeah, that's definitely a keeper. Well, maybe not. We'll see. 27. 27. Wow, these are healthy sized stripers. Yeah. I hear a big one right there. There. Behold your eyes on this. Ooh. All right, you guys gotta see this. Look at this. This is what the fall run is all about. There are definitely some really good sized fish in here. I've seen a couple of them come up to the top. Well, like that one over there. I actually think I might have some larger spoons on there, and it might tackle box, but it's biting like a decent fish. Still haven't seen this thing yet. I saw it splash a couple times, but ooh, yep, that's a nice one actually. Oh, he's a sit-down one right here. Oh wow. It's a nice chunky one. He might pop off. I see the hook starting to come out. That's a healthy fish right there. Nice 29. We're gonna let him go. Ooh. Okay. That's a nice healthy fish right there. Come on. There he goes.
Alright, so that's all I got, guys. So I decided to end it on a good note. Caught a caper-sized striped bass. Saw plenty of fall run action. Caught a keeper tog, some scup, sea bass, a little bit of everything. Yeah, it just gets sort of monotonous casting into schools of stripers. I mean, it's not rocket science. You could cast anything into them and they'll eat. So I had fun. So I hope you guys like this video. Please give a like and subscribe.